Well, hello viewers. Well, we're off to Harley-Davidson, see if I get some new foot pegs to replace these Kuriakins. I mentioned in a recent video that I had one of the pegs snap off. When I stood up to go over train tracks, I fell onto the seat, didn't lose control, unfortunately. Went back, got the peg and rebuilt it. But with all the train tracks and potholes around here, I'm up on those pegs a fair bit. I can't be having them snap off of me whenever I need to stand up. So, I'm gonna go see what options there are for stronger pegs. The Kuriakins use a cast metal. Let's see if anybody has, I don't know, forged metal or something. It was a foot peg that had a nail mount on it. And what happened was it split right along the eyelet around the bolt. And there was no visible sign that it was splitting before I stood up. Well, the Harley-Davidson Canadian anniversary party / grand opening party came and went. I thought I'd stop by and get some footage I would share, but I did stop by. Had a couple cameras with me, but there was just nothing going on. I mean, they had live music, but everyone was just sitting around in lawn chairs in little groups. There wasn't really any intermingling going on or conversations. It was all quiet. Music was playing in the background off to the side. They didn't have it up front and center, they had it off to the side. And the showroom was just full of people standing shoulder to shoulder looking at products. I walked in, I stayed for about 2 minutes, and it wasn't anything eventful that I wanted to record, so I just left. Rush hour, rush hour. So Apex Cycle in Cambridge is doing their Ducati experience demo rides in a couple of days, Thursday. So I've booked for a ride on the XDiavel S, the XDiavel S, one of the fancy brakes. The highlighted engine, the fancier paint job, I guess. I went to ride it last year, but it was booked solid, so I got on a Monster last year. This year I'm doing the XDiavel S. I'm not thinking of moving to Ducati. I'm just going to kind of do a little comparison for myself between it and my bike here, the FXRS Sport. Ducati is claiming it's the first sport-oriented cruiser, and I beg to differ. Now, by the numbers, it has a more potent motor. It has a 1200cc motor. I believe it's rated at about 160 horsepower. Again, on paper. Or on a dyno, whatever. But the 1200 Monster that I rode last year was also ballpark that, 145 horsepower, I think. And it was definitely quicker than my bike, but not by as much as you would think. Yes, there's more spin on top, but not quite as torquey down low. slipper clutch, the slipper clutch sure took some getting used to. Such a different feeling clutch than a old Harley clutch. So the XD Avalo S is obviously lighter than my FXRS. I think by about 100 pounds. But you know, it's a fair bit. The thing I think that's a little weird about it, it's got a 16-inch front wheel, I believe. Or no more than a 17-inch probably. I'd have to check on that. I guess to help keep it sportier, and it's got a 41-degree lean angle, which is a little bit more than this. I believe the stock FXRS Sport has 36 degrees on one side and 37 degrees on the other side, and I've got my back end raised up a little bit, so I might be lucky to see 37 and 38 degrees, theoretically. And a static lean anyway. But I realized I might have taken a different route. They've got so many of the regular commuter routes all torn up around here, all at the same time. So, you know, people are being creative about how they get back home. It's really increased the amount of traffic you see on the back roads. No, fortunately it's not as hot as yesterday. It's still pretty warm though. Yesterday we were up at 32 Celsius, which I believe is about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And today it's supposedly right now about 26 or 27 degrees Celsius. So, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, 84, maybe, 83. Traffic on the old BlackBridge. Okay, do the getting while the getting's good. Chug-a-look, chug-a-look. Oh, I'm in second, that's why. Anyway, regarding the Ducati demo ride, I can't speak for every Ducati demo ride, but the one they have here, last year's the first time I went on their little trip. Last year's the first time I went for a Ducati experience, and they're a lot more fun than the Harley-Davidson demo ride. It's not so rigid and to the speed limit. Like they really move pretty good. They go into the countryside and they let it rip. And every Harley-Davidson demo ride I've ever been on, it's all, everyone sits in their position at the speed limit. Nobody accelerates terribly fast. And the Ducati ride, you're just trying to keep up. It's actually quite fun doing that. Not sure what's up with these guys. He was reaching into a saddlebag for something. Are you shutting away, or maybe they're lost trying to find the dealership? Looks like they repaved the driveway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the top coated it because it looks fresher than the last time. I could be wrong. $60. Cool. There's an XR 1200 Sportster. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. How's it going?
Alright, how you doing?
Good.
That's not bad, eh?
Yeah. Looks like a well-used book. No, they didn't have the pegs I wanted. They had pegs that looked nice here, but holy crap, they weigh a ton. But each peg probably was like 3 to 5 freaking pounds. Don't want that much extra weight. So the grand opening party at the dealership there was a really good turnout as far as number of people go. I was just surprised that everyone was being so stiff and closed off. It was like, it was basically like a demo day, but without bikes. And the bikes are always being conversation starters at the demo day. But I guess people didn't have much to talk about with their bikes. They had a tent there for beverages. Oh my, he was not going to take that across the bridge. Oh buddy. Not that trucks normally would come around this way, but maybe they should have a sign there saying no big trucks up ahead, so they can turn before they get to the bridge. The bridge before everybody else comes. Another thing of note about the grand opening anniversary party combination was the age group. Like I felt like a young person there, and I'm not young. Maybe I'm just too full of myself. Maybe I was probably about the average age there. But anyway, yeah, there was a real lack of younger people there. Maybe that speaks volumes. Because honestly, they don't have a whole lot to attract a younger, more modern crowd, I guess. Well, the sports is being part of that old school B45, air-cooled way of life. All they have for your generation is the street bikes. Oh, you think they'd have an advanced screen here, especially for this time of day. Hopefully we look out. Go, 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 go. So I was out for a night ride there a couple of weeks ago now, I guess, maybe 3. Anyway, I was following behind a car. It was after dusk, and it was in the city, and my attention was diverted to the left just enough, just briefly enough, to turn my eyes to the left, not my whole head, just my eyes, just for a quick glance, look back, to realize too late that there was a sunken manhole cover coming up quick. Tried to dodge it, but I still caught it. It was an almighty wallop, made the bike vibrate through the frame. But nothing seemed to be too amiss, except I noticed that a creak had developed afterwards in the swing arm pivot. So when I'd sit on the bike and I'd go to stand back up, or if I bounced it up and down, there was a good awful sharp creaking noise. So, you know, I went down hands and knees, had a flashlight, I have a cell phone camera, and I checked the frame, took pictures of places I couldn't see, to make sure I hadn't popped a weld somewhere. I was thinking maybe one of the cross struts under the motor had maybe popped a weld, but no, everything looked good. I was having a hard time pinpointing where the creaking was coming from. I just knew it was underneath the bike, and I figured it was the swing arm pivot. So then I was thinking, oh geez, maybe I actually snapped the pivot. So I was just getting prepared to pull the rear exhaust pipe so I could access the head of the pivot bowl. I backed the nut off from the bike's left side, and with the pressure off the nut, I pumped the bike suspension up and down a few times in the back, and the creaking was gone. So, long story short, I retorqued the nut on the pivot shaft, and all is good. Creak is gone. Sky. That's really good. Picture perfect. So anyway, rarely is a fix that easy. Saved me the cost of one exhaust gasket and possibly a new shaft. So, yeehaw. I don't know if the camera volume will pick this up or not, but the bike sure is rat-a-tat-tatting today. Every once in a while you'll get a day like that. It just does not sound smooth at all, just tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Actually, I don't know if the camera will distinguish that. One of the FXR's Infamous electrical gremlins, I guess. Maybe it's just the air, maybe the air's too dry, or you can really hear the intake roar too. I've got to see if I can get a self-canceling turn signal kit for this bike. These old push and hold buttons are kind of annoying, especially on the throttle hand. Yay, no creaking.